Okay, so now we're going to look at the stock market. We'll look at a 1 to 3 month view of the SPY, the spiders. This chart right in here is a chart that we've been looking at coming into a corrective period for 3 months already, pointing to the period of late January through early March as the time when a correction is likely to come. Our downside projections for that have been raised based on the quality of momentum and the length of time of the rally. We don't do that just on our own. We do it because the market tells us to, and that's what we've done. So we're still in this period of a correction. We've had a lot of questions, a lot of emails, a lot of comments that said, Slim, 4.5% down. You said it would be 6 to 7. Is that it? You know, it's a 3-day decline. 3-day declines don't make corrections. And you said that it was going to go to a level of, we were at 21 on the VIX. You said it was going to double, go to 35 to 40. It did that. You know, is that it? Well, I don't think so, actually, because if the correction comes, then I think we'll probably do that again. We'll probably get up to those levels. Let's take a look here as we switch over to the SPY. I still have the silver chart up here, and we'll look over at the weekly chart in SPY. Just gonna bring up this big megaphone right over there, and we're looking at these yellow corrective zones. So each of those is a declining phase in a cycle. The cycles in here have been rather consistent, except for the really long one that came right over here long and right over here long. So the principle of variance was really pushed out on these cycles, but still you can see the amount of declines in each of these. So this was about a month. This was about a little less than a month. This was about a month. This was about 15, 16 days right in here. And this down bar that you see right over there was 3.5 days, 3 days. That is not the correction. That is possibly just the shot across the bow, which is a warning, and we're still in this period of high potential for one of these corrective phases to come. Again, it's when the nesting comes down with the minor and dominant cycles, as you see right over here and right over here, and right over here is this period. Now, the shorter term cyclical patterns expanded a little bit, which means that it pushes the expected low out. While we thought it would be the low sometime between the last week of February and the first week of March, it now pushes it out slightly into the second week of March. So it barely changes it, but only by a little bit. Again, this is what we're looking at right now, and that is this was one of the biggest up weeks right over here to an all-time high. You really don't get, 4.5%, 5% gain, almost 7% in the Russell, moving up to all-time highs. Usually they just kind of chip away at the all-time highs. But there's a buying panic going on right now, and that's really clear. And especially in recovery stocks and in small caps, there's a ton of buying coming in. This upside level right up over here, which is at around 390, 393, I think it looks at maybe on the SPX chart. We didn't think it was actually going to go for that, but now it really looks like it will. 388 is the price it got up to today. So using this zone right over here, we pushed up these targets by a little bit as they moved up by 2 or 3 points, so not very much. So this 6 to 7% decline right over here takes you to this intermediate 38.2%. That is, looking for a correction only to that level is a bullish call. Modest decline that we're looking for in there to that level. If it really wanted to take a big hit, 347 would be 10%, or what other people would call a full correction. I call corrections, or the corrective periods, when they decline in these cycles right over here. So it doesn't have to be 10% for me to be a correction. The right down over there, the major 38.2, which is a 17%, well, that's basically thrown out the window here because of the time frame. Now, it would be extremely rare, maybe once in a decade, that you get that kind of a decline in this kind of a shape of a cycle. So what we're looking for in here is for this to peak, that this was just a little bit of a warning, right in here, this 4.5% drop. The odds are very high you will get below that level, 368, and probably down to this level around 363 by the second week of March is the way that kind of times out when we look at that. The Russell's got a little bit earlier pattern than that. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ point to this period out over here, right around the March 9th to 14th time frame is where that comes to. So we believe that this decline over here will be followed by another move to new highs, test these highs, and that this is just kind of a first leg to what we think is a major top that's forming in here that will give you what we believe will be a bad year. And I don't want to get too far into that discussion. This is really 1 to 3 months where we're looking for a month down after this peak and then a couple of months up. But then the risks are really going to pick up out over here. And you can watch our year-end show to get that projection. If you want to watch Market Week New Year's special or any clips from there, you'll get an idea on that. So that's posted on YouTube also for anybody watching this on YouTube. So we are looking for this upside rally to be ending really soon and then get into this corrective period. And it's in an upward buying panic spike right now, and you can see that by the percentage gain that it has right now, moving to an all-time high. So super amount of strength. All of the short-term, all of the intraday, all of the short-term, and the intermediate-term momentum indicators are all strong. All of the cyclical patterns are all strong. There is nothing that we look at right now that is negative for the market, other than the fact that this was an engulfing pattern. It warns that these areas are areas that sellers are coming in, and that is a good probability we'll start to see that again soon. Yes, I believe it will get down to this 363 level by sometime in mid-March. And yes, I believe we'll see the VIX move up into the mid-30s or higher again during this period. And yes, I think that if we do get the correction as expected, we will see the market strong again into that springtime period with the markets edging out new highs. Lots of people talking about 400, 420 in the S&P, in the spiders. That actually I think could happen out here in this May-June period. So right now I just think it's time for them to get tired and have this very modest correction that we're talking about for the stock market over this next, we'll just call it 4 or 5 weeks is what we're looking at right now. So that is a look at the stock market, the SPY on a weekly chart. The 1 to 3 month outlook is what we're looking at right in here. I hope you found that interesting and valuable. And of course, you can learn all about cycle analysis by going to our workshop page at the top of the website and watch the video in there that you'll see about cycle analysis. It's no cost to you. You'll see the whole table of contents to the 20 video modules that are in there. Fantastic workshop. So many people have invested in that, and really, you'll never look at charts in the same way. Look at the beautiful rhythms in this market, and look at that giant megaphone that we're looking at right in here, and way up past the top of it. That is super extended, and very likely you'll see a move back to the 34-week moving average, as you see it always moves back down to. And that's right out over here. Not that big of a deal, right? Not even a 10% decline, or maybe that, to hit that. That's it for the look at the stock market. For those of you that are new to what we bring here at askSlim, we just put out an amazing special for you. We have revamped, we're expanding our level 1 membership. The idea is that we want to bring in thousands of you. We want to bring in people that are not familiar with the amazing work that our team does and really be able to get a taste of it, spend almost no money. Our new level 1 membership, which is really the entry level, doesn't mean you have to be an entry level trader or investor, but the entry level to askSlim to really get a sense for what we're doing. And this is not entry level content that you get from us, believe me. You're going to get our Slimulator Momentum Tracker. It has over 1,000 symbols. You can scan and sort. What will you be scanning on? Our momentum indicators. We have them all built in with our algorithms in 3 different time frames. What it turns out is a sum of the evidence to give you a directional bias. This is for investors or position traders. It looks at a 3-month plus window. So a lot of what we do is for traders and short-term traders. You've seen that, but we built this amazing app that you access through the askSlim site. There's unbelievable sorting abilities, scanning abilities, and we have 20 different canned groups in there for you to be able to scan. You'll be able to see the percentage of gainers and losers, all of the directional information on all of them. It is amazing. It will blow you away. You're also going to get our stock index report, weekly report that's put out by Matt. Amazing technical analysis, charts on the major indexes, and all of our work that you see goes really into that. And again, it's a weekly, it's for a little longer term look at the markets. You're also going to get our Spider weekly review, a little longer term look at the major sectors of the markets. You're going to get this really is incredible, our new trader and investor workbench. You can organize, prioritize, you can save, you can track your analysis. We built worksheets in there for you to so easily put in to save the work that you do. You can put notes in there. You can upload charts. You can just absolutely have the easiest way to organize your work and save it and be able to call it back up. It's fantastic. You're going to get the askSlim show archive, the Market Week show archive. You'll be able to go in there and review our analysis and the things that we've shown in here week after week. We do live shows also for our members. They're about 70 minutes long where we do teaching and analysis, and we answer questions. So you're going to be getting those live replays, and we're going to invite you into those live events at times, and you're going to get all of our member special videos that we put up also for our level 1 members, free members. We're going to make sure that you get those also. All of that, can you imagine? $14.95 a month, and if you take it for a quarter, it's $30. All of this, all of our amazing work, 3 analysts working for you. This is absolutely incredible. We want you to become part of the askSlim community. You will not believe what you're going to get when you do this. $14.95 a month. Spend $30 for the quarter. You'll get a good feel about what we're going to bring you and our workbench. It's just going to keep getting better and better. It's like a hub of the askSlim website and our analysis, and just absolutely fantastic. Go to askSlim.com to join. If you have any questions on this, write them to Matt at askSlim.com. $30 for a quarter for all of this. Go there right now and sign up. Thanks a lot.